All right, let's continue with our ugly op-amp example. So you should have done the DC gain and making sure your offset voltage is pretty, as close to zero as you can get it. So let's open up the schematic. All right. And what I want to do is an AC analysis. And so we'll have the N negative node set to ground, and we're going to sweep the positive node. So in order to do that, do Q, AC magnitude 1. All right. Then we launch ADE. I've been practicing this, try to make sure everything works. So expand test, double click to add a test. And now what we're going to do is choose an AC analysis. And we're going to, I just happen to know, I've done this a few times practicing for the video. So we'll go to 100 to 100 megahertz, logarithmic, 20 points per decade. All right. Then we need to select our output. All right. And now we can run. So we'll run one time through. Okay. Because we need to, it takes a little bit to get the magnitude and phase. All right. So we'll just double click on this, and this is the magnitude, but it's not in dB. That's why you got that kind of S shape. All right. So what we want to do is get the magnitude and phase. So you left click on output, then right click, and then there's something called direct plot, main form, and it's AC analysis. Keep that on the voltage. We're going to select a net, and we want dB and 20. We're going to add it to the outputs, right? And there's our magnitude. Now we want to add the phase, so we go back to here, right click, direct plot, main form, and we click on phase, keep that selected. All right, and so here's our magnitude and phase. Now if the circuit was perfect, we could just get our phase margin and gain bandwidth and open loop gain, and then just move on. But things always need tweaking. So just to show you how to update this plot after a change, I'm just going to minimize that. Okay, come back here, and while we were doing that, it set up these 2 points here. And actually, we don't want to plot that. Now, these are the things we want to plot. Okay. So now if we rerun it, notice the outputs, which we kind of pre-put into a calculator, if you will. Right now, we've got 2 things in results. And what you do is you left click on both and just select them, then right click, and then plot. And I believe the color changed to show. Yeah, there's the old one. It made a new window. Okay. Now what we can do is just to show that there was a difference. Okay, we're gonna set that we're driving this to 1,000 picofarads, run it, update and run. Plot it. Just let me make sure I had the right thing. Okay. So what's our phase margin? So the red line is our magnitude, and let's find where that's 0 dB, and that's 17.78 megahertz. Now the yellow line is the phase, so we find 17.78 megahertz, and so we have 142 minus 142. So the phase margin, you give it in a positive value, but it would be 180 minus 142. So, 38, which means we definitely need some feedback to stabilize this. And let's go back. Where were we? All right. And the simple feedback is the R and C capacitor that you've seen in other tutorials.